Norfolk Southern CEO faces Senate grilling him over the toxic train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. You guys might be wondering if this guy's going to jail, if he's in trouble, or if he's just sorry. Today, the CEO of Norfolk Southern met lawmakers, and I'm going to tell you guys how that went. A bit surprising. If you're brand new here, welcome to our awesome community where we do prepping tips, emergency preparedness how-tos, and we go over news that could affect you. If you guys happen to find value in something like that, be sure to hit the notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. So yeah, the big meeting happened today where the Norfolk Southern CEO faced the Senate, where supposedly they just grilled him. Now, before I give you guys this report on how it went, which is gonna frustrate some of you, you need to remember that these guys get away with stuff like this. Because look, they own the whole system. A system that each one of us spend our daily money funding on consumer goods. That's right, we're supporting their best interest, what they have in mind, how they see things being played out, and we need to stop supporting that kind of stuff. We need to be supporting family owned. That's why me and a large group of other subscribers here on our channel, other community members, are changing the way that we spend money. If you guys want to help support a cause that's worth getting behind, be sure to join me and see how you guys can also make a difference. Because honestly, we got to do everything that we can. It's getting absolutely sickening.
Amid mounting scrutiny, Norfolk Southern CEO Alan Shaw faces lawmakers today after that February 3rd train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, that resulted in an explosion and evacuation, and where toxic cleanup is still underway.
I am determined to make this right.
Shaw apologizing to the residents of East Palestine, pledging to clean the site thoroughly and send millions of dollars to the impacted regions.
What about igniting the whole flippin' thing on fire and putting it into the air so that it traveled across states and then got rained down on everyone? How can you possibly clean up this disaster?
His rail company coming out with a 6-point plan to improve safety, which includes enhancing real-time warnings to crews.
We're also going to make our safety culture the best in the industry. The events of the last month are not who we are as a company.
But this comes as ABC News has learned federal regulators are looking into the company's handling of a separate incident allegedly happening on February 27th, about 3 weeks after that crash in Ohio. According to a complaint with the Federal Railway Administration, as the train moved through Stoneville, North Carolina, the crew was told by an off-site safety official that one of the cars carrying ethanol was trending hot. 5 cars away, propane. Despite that, a Norfolk Southern dispatcher allegedly overruled the crew and urged the train onward. Norfolk Southern has yet to respond for comment. The train eventually completed its trip. But days after that alleged incident, another Norfolk Southern train derailed in Springfield, Ohio. No one was injured.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? It's like he's talking to a bunch of middle schoolers. We're gonna clean up our little problem. We're gonna make it a little bit safer. It's not who we are yet. You go back to this catastrophic event in East Palestine, and it's happened repeatedly over and over. So do you think that they're sending crews out on all these tracks to check them out? Are they doing extra safeguards? No. Otherwise, this wouldn't have continued to happen consecutively. A quote from the CEO in that hearing: "I'm terribly sorry for the impact this derailment has had on the folks of that community. And yes, it's my personal commitment that Norfolk Southern, that we're going to be there for as long as it takes to help East Palestine thrive and recover. That's my personal commitment," Shaw responded during the hearing that spanned more than 3 hours. So there you guys have it. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna go over the details that I've been seeing because I'm sure that this video won't get very far. There are a lot of people that have a lot of concerns. Health concerns, animals not making it, reported chickens not making it, falling straight over 30 minutes after they started that fire. In fact, I watched a CNN article this morning. They talked about how horrible this was and how the cleanup was going to be underway. Not once did they mention they lit it on fire. Not once did they talk about all of the toxic smoke that was put into the air that went over miles and miles, states upon states. That stuff traveled a long way. And oddly enough, was followed by a weird storm that came through. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And then it rained it down on everyone, possibly contaminating soil across states. But you guys need to know that that's what it's going to look like. That's the picture that's painted on the wall. When there are umbrellas owned by the high-ups that cover everything, control everything, they have many assets that they will protect. Huge things that should matter, that should be accounted for, will disappear. Will get brushed under the rug. A few people will get helped. Some funding will be allocated, and then in a month or two, there'll be some lawsuits that kind of don't go anywhere, like some other lawsuits that have been going on for years that have no settlements. Some folks will get paid, other folks won't, but the long-term effects will be there. That's why it's so important to share this kind of stuff. Making more people aware, which makes more people frustrated, which makes more people stand up. Because we are on a slippery slope where they will take complete control and we will be dealt a hand from a set of cards that they control. That's why it's so important for communities like us to share information. It's so important for us to band together and be strong. Keeping people aware and obviously staying prepped up for emergencies. I mean, you guys hear about California about to get hit again. We're talking about above 5,000 feet, these guys getting another foot of snow or more. The lower lands are supposed to get up to 9 inches of rain. Now we frown on how California is ran, but there are good people in California. I would consider myself a good person in Washington State. Don't like how that state's ran. There's good people everywhere, and that includes good people in bad states. But like I said, they're gonna get hit with another crazy storm, which is gonna leave even more people stranded. Did you know that there's many communities, many areas that are out of power, out of internet, out of cell phone service? They're finding some folks that didn't make it, and they're uncovering more and more every single day. So if you're in California, buckle up. Make sure that you guys are ready. We're also talking about warm weather coming in, which is gonna melt that snow at a certain moment, and it's gonna send a ton of flooding. Crazy flooding, which is gonna cause a whole other sort of issues. This is why we prep up for emergencies. Continue to spread awareness and help other people get prepared for what's coming. Again, a group of folks here in our community are helping people switch away from funding all of the madness. We'd love for you guys to come check us out and stand behind something that's worth being stood behind. Lots of good patriotic moves needed these days, like shopping local, supporting USA Made, and not funding these so-called global elites and their agendas. Anyway, guys, we got a lot of crazy weather stuff happening. We're actually expecting almost up to a foot here in the next 24 hours. It's just crazy. So stay safe out there. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.